Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
Have won the toss. Oh, there's receiving.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University as the captains met at midfield, and the Kanab Cowboys did win the coin toss, and like San Juan earlier today, they elected to receive. They want the football, Dennis.
And they will have the wind at their back because they're going to be in the north end zone going south, and a bit of a breeze blowing now from the north to the south. So.
All right, Dennis, let's go look at our Kane School District keys of the game, providing students excellent instruction and empowering immeasurable opportunity. Kane County School District, every student, every day, rigor, relationships, and relevance with the Kane County School District.
Well, I think the big one for Kanab, to me, as I watched them warming up out there, I would worry a little bit about some complacency. They were kind of loose warming up and dancing on the sidelines and doing all sorts of things like that. North Summit comes out for the kickoff, and they wave them off because here comes the football.
That's right. We've got to have a ball.
But I would worry about that with complacency. You mentioned they won 7 games in a row. They beat in that span. They beat Beaver. They beat Duchesne. They beat North Summit. And so they're on a roll. But are they keyed up, emotionally ready for this football game? Physically, they should win it. But you put that emotion in there. For the North Summit Braves, I think offensively they're going to make some things happen just because of their grit and their toughness. The defense is where I'm concerned, whether they can stand up to this Kanab attack. The multifaceted attack, they come at you different directions, different ways. Great blocking up front, good pull and kick blocking, trap blocking, passing the ball is definitely a part of it. Can North Summit find keys, find ways to stop that? So those are the keys, really, for Kanab. If they play their game, if they play hard, if they're not complacent, they should really overpower this football game.
So we'll watch for those things throughout the course of this game with our Kane County School District keys of the game for these two teams as the chopper flies overhead. And this is the first player or the first athlete that's not a football player that's going to receive the game ball.
Well, maybe they're going to drop the ball on Brennan's head out there. He's telling the cheerleader what to do, and she's a little nervous, looks like to me.
The San Juan player earlier today is the first player we've seen this weekend that actually caught the ball out of the helicopter instead of having it bounce and have to go chase it down. But they're going to give the Kanab cheerleader the opportunity to make it. And she's nervous.
Yeah, you might say that. She's not sure what to do out there.
No, it's going to be awesome.
Maybe, like I said, it'll come down and Brennan will catch it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We do appreciate all of our sponsors to help make these broadcasts possible here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. Also want to mention that the Kanab Cowboys do have a representative on the 1A Academic All-State team. Colton Blomquist, of course, great defensive stopper for the Cowboys. He is an Academic All-Stater in 1A, so doing it in the field and on the classroom.
You like to see that, so much has been made about athletes are not intelligent, not good students. But I believe that the sports help kids become better students, really. And I like to see the combination.
Yeah. Chopper making its way in. SUU Aviation. They did the red chopper yesterday. Today the black chopper's been bringing the ball in. As they slowly work their way toward midfield.
She turns so that the sun's right in her eyes.
Doors open. Here comes the game ball.
Oh,
she was close.
Great job. Yeah, just slipped through her fingers.
Yep, but that was better than what we saw for most of the football players yesterday trying to catch that ball. So there you go.
She's all embarrassed she didn't catch it, but really that was a good effort. She's right on that one.
So it will be, again, North Summit kicking. Kanab will be returning left to right across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen, with North Summit defending the south end zone here in this 1A semifinal football game from the Eccles Coliseum on the campus of Southern Utah University. And back deep to receive for the Kanab Cowboys, the sophomore returner, Grady Anderson.
Does a good job for him.
And the Braves getting their line set. Kicking it away for North Summit will be Bodie Pace. Pace with a running kick. Can go right down the middle of the field. Anderson takes to the 20-yard line, to the 25, has blockers, cuts back, gets hit, and driven back. Nice play on the kick coverage from North Summit, and a pretty good, about an 8-yard, 10-yard return for Grady Anderson.
Really a very effective kick in that it wasn't particularly deep, but the wind kind of held it up a little bit, and so it was a slow drop and allowed North Summit a chance to get down the field and cover it quickly.
So 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for the Kanab Cowboys, as Brogan Verosco running the offense will be under center. The wing to the right, receiver wide right, tight left, takes the snap. Give on the handoff left side. Deegan Swap with it, has a first down, and Mora working his way to midfield. Across midfield he goes. Deegan Swap with a Lumber Plus first down run.
And they really just close off that left edge on the offense, and he just runs to glory out there. It's a good blocking. Everybody gets a pad on somebody, and away they go for a great pickup on first down.
29-yard gain to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. They will split wide left to Ozzie Williams. They go tight right with Glover. Wing to the left. Roscoe takes a snap. Handoff on the dive up the middle again. It's going to be a swap. He'll spin around, and he'll go down at the 20 or the 34-yard line for a gain of 8.
And this is why I mentioned Goober. They give to Swap. They give to the up back. They've done it for 3 years in a row. They'll give to that fullback out of that wing T formation over and over and over again, and you start to key on him. He gets good yardage, and all of a sudden Goober's got it, headed around the end, and off he goes.
2 receivers to the right now. Wing to the left, shotgun formation for Verosco. Takes a snap, drops the pass. Going to throw deep to the right side, has Anderson, and through his hands, incomplete right at the edge of the sideline.
Well thrown ball out there by Verosco. That was a beautiful throw. And I thought he was going to run out of bounds before he caught it, but he's able to have it in bounds. Just couldn't come down with it.
So that will make it now 3rd down and 2. You like the decision by Coach Kornberg there to try to take a shot on 2nd and short?
Well, statistics, you worry about all those statistics and things, but that's generally what happens. You get 2nd and short, you take a chance. Figuring that, especially in this place, you got 2 downs to get 2 yards.
Yeah. Empty backfield there. Now they're going to send Blomquist in motion. They give to him, and he is hit in the backfield. An immediate hit from Kel Blomquist. Blomquist hits Blomquist for a loss of a yard to the 35.
And that's the kind of the kicker in there, that you got 2 downs to get 2 yards, but it doesn't help if you get blown up on one. But it's probably about time to give the ball to Gubler now.
Yeah, 4th down and 3. Kyle Brown splits wide left. They will have 3 receivers bunched to the right. Empty backfield for Verosco. Takes the snap. Give on the handoff, coming to the near side. There he is. Gubler bounces out to the 25, 20, 15 is where he'll be tripped up and brought down by Jaron Rouser, but a Lumber Plus first down run for Hayden Gubler.
And, that's a designed run to be a little bit more inside, but by golly, Gubler just makes things happen, doesn't he? The hole's not there inside, so he bounces to the outside. Then he just kind of outruns everybody.
22-yard run to the 13-yard line, 1st and 10.
Makes
Cowboys.
You wonder why they don't give it to him on every play, right? No, but there's good complementary football out there. The other backs, the receivers, Verosco, good complementary football.
Wing to the left, take the snap, quick pass to the outside. That one's going to be caught by Glover. Lowers the shoulder and gets down to the 6-yard line for a gain of 7.
Nice play there. Verosco done a great job. He whirls to the outside and makes it look like it's that run. The tight end blocks and then steps outside. And a nice pitch and catch. Good play. 2nd
down and 3 now for the Cowboys.
2nd down and short, you're going to take a shot?
From the 6. Throw it deep.
Yeah.
Roscoe under center, wing to the right, takes a snap. Give on the dive to Swap. Swap up the right side, runs over a defender, reaches for the end zone. Just short, says the official, and he'll be down just inside the 1.
And this, again, the decoy effect of having Gubler out there. Everybody's so worried about Gubler that's what makes Swap and last year a different back in there, whoever it was, I can't remember. But it makes them so much more dynamic because you're so worried about Gubler going wide.
They had Feder Kyle last year.
Feder Kyle, yeah.
Roscoe under center, the wing to the right, receiver to the right, takes a snap, hands off on the edge, and Hayden Grubler walks into the end zone untouched for a 1-yard touchdown run. Cowboys strike first in the Glaziers Family Market end zone.
And you were kind of right when you said walked in. And again, this is, I don't know if we can pull this back up for a telestrator moment, but Kanab and Beaver do a wonderful job with their blocking with a couple of keys here, if we can set that back up. They're always pulling those backside linemen, and they do such a good job. And it's what makes Beaver and Kanab, I can't think of the other team I was thinking of right now, but they do such that pulling, they do so much pulling and kicking out with their linemen.
Going for two, Grubler up the middle on the dive with the easy conversion. Now we'll come back to that touchdown run as they make it to the Glaziers Family Market end zone. Let's get to your look here, Dennis.
Well, most teams, these teams, again, they pull this backside people. They do it nearly on every play. They're pulling somebody, but they're going to close down, and then they come and kick right here, and it's leaving big holes for their running backs. If you can set that in motion now, make sure that works. But they do so much of that. Of course, he goes outside anyway. But that's I think what sets Kanab and Beaver apart in their running game is their ability to seal off a backside, pull multiple linemen. It puts so much power and strength the side of the play is going to. And it's not always the strong side. Sometimes they do it to the weak side. But it brings that much extra power and ability into whichever play side they're going to.
So 8-0 is your score. Kanab leads it on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Getting set to kick it away now for Kanab is Ray Capson, great golfer and kicker for this Cowboys high school program. And on the return, here come the Braves across the 20 to the 25 and stop there. Flag will fly at the end of the run. Knox Wolstenhume with the return.
I wonder what that flag's going to be. That was an interesting flag there. No face mask that I could see.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a block in the back.
There's going to be a block in the back, just as you said it.
Right at the point of the play.
Yeah. So that will move them back from the 25 to the 15, and that's where North Summit will start their opening drive.
Okay, on the replay you can see it. It's actually a long time before the runner gets there.
So the flag just took a while to get out.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Crew Richens will be under center. Two backs in the backfield. They get a little bit deeper. Seems like they've got 9 guys on the front line offensively. Handoff right side to Wolstenhume. He'll get out across the 20-yard line to the 21.
Well, Kanab does line up. I think they run a 4-3, but they bring those corners in tight also, and it's actually a 4-5 front that you're looking at. So you got 8 to 9 players within 5 yards of the ball. So North Summit's going to have to do something to spread that defense out a little bit.
Under center again is Richens. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff, running the option. Cuts back inside, makes a man miss, has a first down and more, out to the 35, 37-yard line for Crew Richens with a nice run.
And that is the Richens effect right there. And if they're going to have a chance, that young man will give it to them because he's dynamic. And like I was telling you off air, I didn't realize, but he's a little brother to the little point guards that North Summit's had, little girls.
Hadley and
Hartland. Just tremendous basketball players and just go. And he's the same way.
Under center again is Richens. Takes the snap. Running the option again. This time pitches it to Wolstenhume. Tries to get to the edge.
That's a face
And
mask.
a flag's going to fly on a face mask there at the end of the play. He's going to gain 2 yards to the 39. And then they're going to tack on the extra yardage on top of it.
Doing a good job moving the ball against this Kanab front. Really are.
Yeah, that's going to be a 15-yarder, I believe.
Yep.
Really yanked the head down, as you could see on the replay.
It's only legal if you don't get caught, right?
That is the 15-yard variety.
So good movement already. 2 or 3 plays, and there's North Summit on the plus side of the territory, now into Kanab territory.
Takes them down to the 46-yard line. First penalty of the game on Kanab. Each team now with 1 penalty.
And I guess one of the things that should have maybe mentioned in my keys of the game early is that North Summit, no matter how outmanned they might be, they never lack for heart.
Yeah.
And they will battle you.
Richens takes the snap, pitches it out to Wolstenhome. Here comes the reverse with a flea
Wide
flicker
open.
to it. Richens throws for Wolstenhome down the field, makes the catch. 10-5, touchdown. North Summit, the Braves trying to even the score.
Beautifully run there. The double reverse flea flicker.
Yep, just came right back to Richens. Went to Wolstenhome. He handed it off to Grant Wallen. Then back to Richens for the score to Wolstenhome.
And it doesn't show it completely, on the screen because it's a tighter view. But in a wider view, you would have seen that receiver was all alone until he finally threw the ball. And he was going, there was nobody even knew he was out there till the ball was thrown. Then they turned and ran at him.
Yeah.
He was so wide open.
As they make it to the Glaziers Family Market end zone to the Braves.
Now their kicking game's not real good, so they'll run the ball.
Richens under center. Takes a snap, rolling to the right, running the option, pitches it out, ball's on the ground, and that's going to be no good on the attempt as he tried to get it to Rouser, and unable to convert are the Braves as they get in the end zone but can't quite tie it. 7:19 to go in the first quarter of this 1A semifinal game. It is Kanab 8, North Summit 6 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge. Let's go back to that two-point try, Dennis.
Well, what I'm seeing in the option is oftentimes they like to run the option, but when they try to run it, their relationship, and I've noticed it several times, their relationship is too tight as Crew Richens comes. And so you'll see that pitch is about a 2-foot pitch, and he just kind of lobs it out to him. Instead of flicking that thing out in front and giving him a chance, it's too tight, it's too narrow, and it makes it hard for that to work.
Short kick by the Braves and a return by Kanab after a bobbling the catch and pickup. They will get it out to the 45-yard line, and that's where Kanab will have it to start their second drive of the game. Let's see for sure. Let's see, the return man there was Camden Cartwright for the Cowboys.
One of the problems really with North Summit, that their kicking game is not quite as good as it might be, and so they don't get the deep kickoffs. They don't usually go for the extra points.
Yeah.
So
handoff comes off the right side on the dive to Swap, and he's going to pick up a yard as all to the 46. Swap now 4 carries for 43 yards in the game.
You can live with that, 11 yards a carry.
Yeah. So second down and 9 for the Cowboys. Grady Anderson will split wide right. The wing to the left. Verosco under center. Sends Blomquist in motion. Takes a snap. Gives on the dive. And powering across the 50-yard line down to the 49 on the carry there for the Cowboys is Cannon Verosco.
That's just some good power by him as he breaks a couple of tackles, runs over one tackler. Good effort there. It's about Goobler time again, isn't it? They'll throw one here.
5-yard gain for the younger brother of the quarterback. Brogan Verosco under center, takes the snap, handoff to Goobler. Goobler makes a man miss, makes another one miss with a sideways hop, and down inside the 35, fighting to the 26 or 27-yard line.
In that run right there, he breaks 4 tackles and carries 2 more. He's not huge. He does move side to side really well, but he runs hard.
Yes, he does. Down to the 27-yard line for a gain of 22 on the carry. And it's now 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the North Summit 27. Verosco in the gun. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to the left. Going to throw in single coverage. And does he reel it in?
Yep.
Yes, he does. Touchdown Cowboys as Kyle Brown makes the catch.
Boy, he throws a nice ball, doesn't he? So accurate, tight spiral. Good, strong throws.
Richens even had a hand in there.
Yeah, defender that couldn't have been any closer to him unless he'd been in the hip pocket. Just drops it in perfectly.
So he connects with Kyle Brown on the 27-yard touchdown pass.
Of course, it doesn't hurt to have Kyle Brown on the receiving end. Does it?
That's right. Makes it 14-8.
14-6.
Oh, yeah, 14-6. Excuse me. Thank you. They'll go tight left, receiver to the right, wing to the right. Verosco directing traffic, goes under center. Sends Blomquist in motion right to left. Takes the snap. Can roll out to pass and has Blomquist open in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 5:33 to go here in quarter number 1 on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, it's Kanab 16 and North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centracom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. CF Moto is just the latest addition to the Jorgensen's Power Sports lineup. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side or a quad, CF Moto has what you need and at ultra-competitive prices. So stop by today and see what all the hype is about. Located at 980 South Coveview Road in beautiful Richfield, Utah, or find them online at jhsport.com. And as always, you can text or call Jorgensen's Power Sports at 435-896-6408.
Live high school sports action on Centracom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Southern Utah University's Eccles Coliseum. A 16-6 game now for Kanab, which makes it a 2-score game for Kanab on top of North Summit. And that's when you've got teams that go for 2 and are successful at it, it makes it significantly harder to come back on them if you're North Summit.
Yeah, you have to try and keep up with that. It actually ends up 1 score becomes a 2-score lead when they do that.
Yeah. Kick goes into the end zone by Capson. And so North Summit will have it on their own 20-yard line with 5:33 to go here in quarter number 1. Well, the Braves went 85 yards in 5 plays on their last drive to get a 46-yard touchdown pass to Knox Wolstenhume. See what their offense can do this time around. Receiver wide left. Richens under center. Takes the snap. Gives on the dive to Wolstenhume. Barrels through the line of scrimmage out to the 28-yard line for a gain of 8.
Doing a good job, really, with that running game thus far. And, of course, the one big pass. But doing a wonderful job with the running game up front. Kanab going to put some bigger player in there now.
And that's just a matter of hitting the hole fast.
Yeah. Well, on that option dive, I mean, that's what you want to do, that first dive option to your fullback. That's quick. You make a big chip on that and get by, and then you're reading everything else.
Richens under center. Takes the snap. Runs the option. Tries to get to the edge. Pitches it out to Rouser and nowhere to go. Delivering the shot is Camden Cartwright for the Cowboys.
But again, that's what I'm talking about, that narrow edge that they have. They don't have the separation they need. So the same player can go from the quarterback right over to the running back, and you don't have the separation that you need with the blocker out in front. And so the option really is an extended handoff is all it really is. And he needs to run downhill too at that guy so he comes hard to him. The pitch then is there to the outside, but it's just too tight for me. We used to run option, and it's just too tight.
Double twin set. Glover going to blitz off the edge. Throw underneath in the slant route. Going to be incomplete off the hands of the intended target, Zach Ernst.
Nice slant pattern, but a little bit behind him. Come off the back and was behind him a little bit. And, and against a game like this with Kanab, boy, you can't afford to give up plays. You got to match score for score with them.
4th and 5 now for the Braves. They get set to kick it away. Anderson drops back to receive. Good snap. High kick, but a short kick. Bounces at the 40-yard line. It does take a little bit of a North Summit roll to the 49. They're trying to sweep it down further.
Well, and the way he kicked that, you see the wind get a hold of that thing. It was like a knuckleball, and it just sat there and floated and came straight down. So, yeah, not good news for North Summit on that punt. Their kicking game, like I mentioned, their kicking game, good kids. I'm not saying anything bad about kids, but it is just not quite
where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So Kanab will start on the North Summit side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. 2 receivers stacked to the right. The wing to the left, tight left. Roscoe in the gun, takes a snap, drops the pass, rolling to his right, pressure off the backside, throws, and incomplete, a little too high for Kyle Brown on the sideline.
Once again, backside. He needs to look backside because early, not late, but early on his receiver was open on the backside. He was totally focused on front side over here where he had 4 different receivers, but the backside receiver was there as it developed and the defender kind of got to him, but early on he was there.
Anderson goes wide left for the Cowboys. Glover tight right, the wing to the right. Verosco under center, takes a snap. Give on the dive right side to Swap. Cuts back across the field. He'll dive ahead to the 42-yard line for a gain of about 7.
And see how he follows his blocking. He was headed to the outside, realized finally that his blocker was out there, cuts back inside that block to get extra yardage. Ooh, they miss a clip there, too.
They're going to give him
blocking the back downfield. Good thing they don't have video review. Huh?
That's right. They're going to give him to the 41 on that one to make it an 8-yard gain, to make it 3rd and 2 now for the Cowboys. Ozzie Williams splits wide left.
You know, in reality, you could throw a flag on every play.
Yeah. Double wing set here for the Cowboys. You're going to send Gubler in motion. They give on the dive, though, to Swap. Has an easy first down and more to the 32-yard line. A Lumber plus first down.
Good job up front blocking. Again, the decoy of Gubler coming across the backside, but good blocking up front. And again, you got the cross. They cross and they kick out on every blocking pattern.
Well, Deegan Swap, as you said earlier, was averaging about 11 yards a carry. Those last 2 runs, 8 and 9 yards, have brought that down to 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, and you really ought to just highlight blocking because they do such a good job up front with their blockers.
6 carries, 60 yards for Swap, 3 for 45 for Gubler.
Well, you give him another 3 carries, he'd be up to 60. That's what I say. They lull you to.
Confusion here for the Kanab offense. Coach Kornberg going to go ahead and call a timeout. That's a Honey's Marketplace timeout featuring specialty items like gourmet burgers, crab salads, smoked ribs, fresh cut fruit, and bakery bread made from scratch every day, groceries, and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. We'll take the break with them on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. 16-6, Kanab leads North Summit in this 1A semifinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So we come out of that Honey's Marketplace timeout. Brogan, Verosco under center, 2 receivers left, and a flag's going to fly as early movement. False start on Kanab, their second penalty of the game.
Slow them down a little bit, huh?
Takes them back to the 37-yard line and makes it 1st and 15. .233 to go here in quarter number 1. Give you a Houston's Trails End Restaurant score update. First game of the day. San Juan beat Summit Academy 51-27 to advance the 2A state championship. Roscoe hands it off to Gubler, trying to get to the far side, able to high step out of a tackle, gets inside the 30 before being brought down to the 28-yard line for a gain of about 9.
Really did look like he was caught around the lower body, and he just starts throwing the knees in the air and steps right out of that tackle.
Player down for North Summit, and you can see it. That he just pops those knees high up and will not go down. I didn't catch the number of who's down for the Braves.
I didn't see the number, but I did notice the block on the replay, and it was a crushing block, I believe, by an offensive lineman. And you see it on that thing.
They get those pulling guards out there in the wing offense. And
that time, it looked like to me, too, that time they decoyed as they actually took a lineman and brought him the other way. I thought the play was coming to the right. I don't know if the lineman messed up or if that was just a decoy. An influence block.
Yeah, they did.
He comes in an offensive decoy block, but here's where you really get trashed right here. right there.
Yeah. Trying to just block him off of the ball carrier.
Yeah. Takes him down. I'm not sure what the injury is.
Yeah.
Seems to be favoring maybe a shoulder.
Looks to be case in tune for the Braves. So second down and about 6 now for the Cowboys after a 9-yard run on 1st and 15.
Checking him for possibly a hip pointer or something like that. They're looking at the hip area on the bench over there.
Grady Anderson goes wide left. They're going to go tight left with the wing to the right. Verosco under center. Going to move the wing and the tight to opposite sides. Takes a snap, quick pass out to Glover again, like we saw earlier. Tries to get a stiff arm. Good job by the Braves defense, stringing it out and bringing him down. It's going to be no gain on the play to the 28-yard line.
I think that was first by number 23 of North Summit. Did a
Knox
heck of a job.
Wolstenhume.
Knox Wolstenhume. Yeah, he took that on and held on for help to come. Excuse me, that's number 8 first in there. Was the first one to put a hand on him, Peyton Stevens. And just would not be denied until help came. So well played by number 8, Stevens.
So 3rd down and 6 now for the Cowboys. Verosco under center. Takes the snap. And going to give to Swap. Swap was able to get out of an arm tackle and gets right near the first down marker. Might be just about a yard short.
Cale Blomquist was in the backfield. Looked like he was right there at the point of attack, but just able to get past. Actually, Gubler got between Blomquist and the running back, Swap, to keep him from making that play in the backfield.
4th and 1. Big play opportunity here for the North Summit defense to try to get a stop and not allow Kanab to get in the end zone again.
Do the metrics say you should go here?
Yes.
Okay.
Verosco under center, wing to the left. He's going to send Blomquist in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Give on the dive to Gubler, and Gubler is going to pick up the first down before being driven back as this forward progress goes to the 21. Needed 1, got 2 for a Lumber Plus first down.
That might be the shortest carry of Gubler's ever career here. As he only got a couple.
Well, he did have a 1-yard run in this game. He got stopped because the end zone is what he ran into. But
well, okay. Well, but he ran clear through the back of the infield, so that was 12, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Kyle Brown splits wide left, the 21-yard line as they approach the Glaziers Family Market end zone. Verosco under center, the wing to the right. Blomquist goes in motion right to left. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, going to run the option, cuts upfield, makes a man miss, gets hit, goes down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line for a gain of 7.
And see, that's a little bit different there with North Summit and the way Kanab runs it. Look at the separation you've got there. If he had stopped and pitched that thing, that receiver was wide open to the outside, or the running back, and that would have been probably a touchdown there. Good decision to run it. You got to run it. You got to bring those people in. You can't pitch it every time. So, well run there, but the separation was better.
That'll be how the first quarter comes to an end through 1 quarter of play on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Number 1 Kanab 16, number 4 North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centracom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Live high school sports action on Centracom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at Eccles Coliseum at Southern Utah University, and you heard John Oglesby earlier in the first game talking about the great things they're doing here at SU, building a new full turf softball field out there to the east of us.
It's a beautiful setting. That really is where the old baseball field used to be. And as you look at the one they're using, looks like there's a little bit of elevation issues on it.
Yeah. Brogan Verosco going to roll out, looking to pass, has a man. Glover makes the catch. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brogan Verosco to Latimer Glover.
And Verosco extends that play, rolls that thing out there and keeps going and holds that. But what a nice throw on the run. To Glazier comes underneath the coverage. And well run.
14-yard touchdown pass. Second touchdown pass of the game for Brogan Verosco. Glover now with 3 catches for 21 yards and a score. Now they are going to bring Capson on for the extra point. They got 2 2-point conversions. Now they'll have the extra point on here. The attempt is up, and it is good. So with 11:54 to go in the first half on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, it is Kanab 23, North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
It's service first at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore, and they continue to increase ways to serve their customers. Service Drug doesn't just do compounding, but they are equipped to do both regular and sterile compounding. They can help you reach your weight loss goals with custom-made weight loss injections. With delivery to Nephi, East Millard County, and surrounding areas, Service Drug has you taken care of. Call 435-864-2545 with any questions. Dedicated to your good health and good value, Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So another visit to the Glaziers Family Market end zone for the Kanab Cowboys. For the highest standard of customer service, the friendliest checkers in Utah, and fantastic in-store specials, visit Glaziers Family Market in Kanab. Of course, Coach Jaron Glazier at Kanab, he's getting ready to get his basketball team back in action, trying to defend their state championship.
He's right now. He's sitting here thinking, just don't get hurt, because he's got a bunch of football or basketball players sitting here.
North Summit lets it go between the two return man. It doesn't make it to the end zone. They pick it up at the 1-yard line. Does Wolstenhume, and he's going to get out to the 12. But a lapse in the special teams there for the Braves.
Yeah, it really was both kind of looking at each other. Then they thought, well, maybe it'll go in the end zone, and it might have done if you'd let it take one more roll, but you can't wait.
No.
Kanab's right on top of you.
So with 11:50 to go in the first half, Braves take over at their own 12-yard line. He was able to get an 11-yard return.
Yeah.
Braves will go trips left, two receivers to the right. So an empty backfield here for Crew Richens, down 23-6.
And they got a manpower mismatch on the outside.
Takes the snap, going to throw out. That's caught by Wolstenhume. Gets hit by Gubler, and he'll be stood up and stopped at the 19-yard line.
They do. They have a three-man combo out there. They run the two deep, and then they bring the third one, kind of does the curl underneath, the bend out underneath, and they hit the underneath receiver. But as a defensive back, you can't take a chance. You've got to keep it in front of you, and if you step up anticipating that, that'll leave somebody wide open deep.
2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard gain. They're going to go trips right, one receiver to the left. They do now have a back to the left of Richens in the backfield.
They got nobody in the deep middle.
Take the snap, fakes the left side, follow the lead back. Does Richens, keeps it himself. He's going to be about a yard shy of a first down to make it 3rd and 1 to the 21-yard line.
Good little job. Maybe you need to take a little bit half a second more in the fake.
Yeah.
To set that thing up. Kanab with great pursuit. Even their big linemen are out there in the middle of that.
Gubler and Williams in on the tackle.
Huge play here. They've got to get a first down, though. They don't want to be punting from here.
3rd and 1. Richens under center. Receiver wide right, two backs in the backfield, double tight set.
Really overloaded.
Takes the snap. Give on the dive to Wolstenhume, and he'll pick up a Lumber Plus first down to the 24-yard line.
North Summit goes with a huge overload there. They've got the center guard and tackle to the left side. Everything else is on the right side. Huge, huge numbers. They got enough for a first down. They didn't get as much as they might have gone with the extra blockers.
So 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Braves. They'll go trips left, one receiver to the right. Rouser will be in the backfield with Richens as the call comes in from the sideline. Rouser to the right of Richens in the backfield. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass, throws just a quick out route on the underneath. Across the 30-yard line goes Wolstenhume, stays on his feet before being forced out of bounds right near the first down marker. Nice play for the Braves.
Now, North Summit, if I remember right, their running back, Kip Richens, was injured in the last ball game, am I right? So he's not even with them right now. So Rouser, I believe, filling in for him, number 28, Kip Richens, I believe.
9-yard gain on that pass. All 3 completed passes have gone to Wolstenhume. There's that same play. They fake the pass to the outside. Richens keeps it himself. Had to go backwards to go forward and able to pick up a Lumber Plus first down to the 39-yard line.
And that's just that grittiness of the Richens kid. You mentioned that he was at times the leading rusher. And, he just won't quit.
And he's
great
he is
young player.
Leading rusher on the season. So
yeah, he's just a sophomore too, and just a determined, hard-working
junior.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Double tight set, receiver wide right, two backs in the backfield. Richens under center. Takes the snap. Hands off on the dive, left side to Rouser, and he'll get across the 40 to the 41.
Again, that option dive.
So it makes it 2nd down and 8 for the Braves. They do have a pair of first downs on this drive. Richens again under center, same formation. Takes the snap. Give on the dive to Woolston. You hit the hole hard, but then immediately got driven back as he ran into a wall.
The wall in the person of big number 76.
Yeah, by the name of Braden Johnson.
Braden Johnson. That's
Just a gain of 1.
Wall all by himself. But, yeah, I think he made the right read. It's just that Johnson made a better play of it. He was knocked back a little bit and off the line. Actually come from the far side in.
Yeah. 3rd down and 7. Richens in the gun. Trips right. One receiver left. Rouser to his left in the backfield. Takes a snap. Looking to his right. Heavy pressure coming. Able to avoid the first rush. Can't avoid the next 2. And down he goes. Johnson back in on the play along with Kenan Verasco for the Cowboys.
Yeah, he had a receiver available, but no way. It just was too quick. Into his face too quick.
Loss of 7. Makes it 4th and 14 for the Braves. Grady Anderson will drop back deep to receive for the Cowboys. 23-6 your score on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Kanab with the lead. Snap is good. Spiraling kick. And it's going to take a Norsema bounce. Rolls all the way inside the 15. Tipped by Cartwright down to the 7. And he gets wrapped up at the 5-yard line is where he'll be brought down. So a great punt for the Braves.
Well, the kick itself was not fantastic, but the course of events that took place after that were tremendous. You know, it looked like it was going to be a short kick, and then it took a great bounce, and then Kanab tried to make a play on it and made it. The tipped ball had to go back and get it. Got even worse. So, first challenge for Kanab, though, offensively, deep in their own territory.
As they're at their own 5. Their worst field position prior to this was when they started the game at their own 29. Took them 8 plays to go, the 71 yards to score then.
Swap comes off as the other running back with a bit of a limp coming off. We'll wait to see how that affects him during the course of the ball game.
So Verasco in there. And they're going to give on to Glover on the end around from that tight end spot. Plenty of room. Has a first down and more. 25-30. Flag flies 35 and brought down across the 40. But there is a flag back at the 16-yard line.
You know, I got a suggestion that'll never take place. When you got a flag like that and you know it's going to be coming back, why don't you tell the boys, come on back, come on back, you know. Don't waste your energy. You think they'll ever go to that?
I don't think so. I think you're right. It is going to be a hold on to the offense, so move it back to the 6-yard line. So they will gain a yard. Nope, they're going to gain 2 yards on the penalty.
It was a great play, well blocked, and looked like a big one for Kanab. Of course, so you say some of that good blocking was somebody holding somebody, but they still ended up gaining a few yards on the play, and they got the down over.
Yeah, 1st and 7 from the 8-yard line. It ended up being half the distance of the goal instead of the 10, so takes it down to the 8-yard line. 3 receivers bunch left. Verasco in the gun, takes a snap. Give on the handoff to Gubler, following that lead blocker with a hand on him, bounces up the middle to the 40, foot race to the 50, across midfield, 3 Braves pursuing to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys, Hayden Gubler, 92 yards for the score.
That'll improve his average, wouldn't it? But he outrun everybody, and then for a time it looked like he was just kind of jogging, looking back at him, saying, well, as long as I can just stay ahead of you, I'm not going to run as hard as I have to. But, again, Gubler, I mean, you just can't account for that. Tremendous running back.
6 carries on 148 yards now for Hayden Gubler in his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Wow. 92 yards.
92 yards. and he was patient. Had his hand on that lead blocker, followed him through, and then once he had cleared grass, took off.
do a great job of following blockers.
Capson to kick the extra point. It is up and good. With 6:46 to go in the first half on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, it is now Kanab 30, North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Kern River Gas Transmission wishes the Millard Eagles good luck this season and reminds everyone that damage from others digging into a pipeline is one of the main causes of pipeline failures. Never guess where a pipeline is located. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, or homeowner, if you plan to dig, call Blue Stakes to make sure all utilities are marked. Call Blue Stakes at 800-662-4111 or the new national 811 number at least 48 hours before digging. Kern River Gas Transmission Company reminds you to call before you dig. It's free. It's the law.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Eccles Coliseum at Southern Utah University as the Cowboys take a commanding lead here in the first half, 30-6 over North Summit in this 1A semifinal game.
It's getting serious for North Summit already. They really need to come back now and make something go here.
Capson with the running approach for the kickoff. Line drive kick. Bounce to the 21, picked up at the 12-yard line. And out across the 15 to the 20. Tries to bounce outside of the 25 and is brought down to the 24 instead is Wolstenhume. Cartwright with another tackle defensively.
And that's tough. You know, you catch the ball on the far left side of the field and your wall or what you're trying to get to is on the right side of the field. And so you run 70 yards for a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to come clear across the field. And what that does is your blockers figure it's over, and they start looking back, wondering where the ball carrier is, which allows the defensive team, the kicking team, to get through those blocks and make the play.
First and 10 of the 24. Got some motion, there's some confusion is what it is. It's not motion. Peyton Stevens trying to figure out where to line up. He'll line up on the right side. Under center is Richens. Takes the snap. And gives on the dive. That whole play just looked like no one knew what they were doing from the get-go.
Yeah, confused all over the place, confused.
It's going to be a gain of 2 to the 26 for Wolstenhume. But the whole play just it seemed doomed from the onset.
Yeah.
Empty backfield now for the Braves. They will go trips left, 2 receivers to the right. Richens will be in the shotgun.
It looks like you've got a manpower mismatch on that far side with the 3 receivers.
Yeah. And they will just throw a quick screen pass to Wolstenhume.
Oh.
He goes right into the defender and barrels over him to fall forward for a gain of about 6, but it'll make it 3rd and short.
Yeah, he ran right into the guy being blocked. He needed to bounce behind him, and he ran right into the guy being blocked.
Well, all 4 completions have gone to Knox Wolstenhume. 3rd and 2. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Richens takes the snap, drops the pass, throws across the middle, batted out of the air.
Oh.
Glover nearly picked it off, diving for the loose ball, but it'll fall incomplete.
Knocking that down, number 51 for Kanab. They're able to knock the ball down. And that is, and I don't even have one on here. Oh, there he is. Walker Baird, okay.
That almost hit him just in the face mask. He barely even had to raise his hands up for it.
Well, he's tall.
He is tall. Of course, a great baseball player for the Cowboys. They're set to kick it away now. Is North Summit. Good snap. High spiraling punt and calling for the fair catch. And just making it on the turf is Grady Anderson. So the Cowboys will take over on their own 32-yard line.
That's his best punt of the game.
Yeah.
Very good punt.
As they have forced 3 straight punts now from North Summit. Cowboys, though, are 4 for 4. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. It'll be from the 31 is where they'll start this next drive with 5:17 to go in the first half, leading 30-6. They will have a receiver wide right in the form of Kyle Brown.
Taking their time in the huddle, though.
Glover tight left. The wing is now Anderson to the right. Verasco is going to give to Anderson coming to the near side. 3 blockers out in front, gets to the 40, and will be tripped up at about the 45-yard line for a Lumber Plus first down.
And again, you get the big offensive lineman pulling and coming clear out around, blocking on a cornerback downfield. Number 51 again. Is that Baird?
Baird again, yeah.
Yeah, it pulls and comes clear outside, leading that play down the sideline. It's just active, well-coached lineman doing a great job.
1st and 10 after the Lumber Plus 14-yard first down run. Handoff now up the middle to Gubler. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Gets across the 50 and is brought down to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, should have been a 1-yard run. And he just keeps working.
7 carries for 155.
You know, I apologize to North Summit. It sounds like North Summit's not doing anything. Heck, no, they're playing hard.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing all that they can, but they're just being overpowered by what Kanab is doing right now.
2nd down and 3 for the Cowboys. Clock winds down towards 4 minutes. 3 receivers stacked left, 1 wide right. Takes the snap, hands off, coming to Anderson again. Got a block, hit the hole hard, ran through the defender across the 40 to the 37.
Yeah, the defender was in good position, takes him on straight on, and he just kind of bowls his head and runs right over him. That's Stevens again, as he just hits him and drives him backwards for an extra 5 yards.
Yeah.
You see there in that replay.
Another Lumber Plus first down run for Grady Anderson.
I've always said, you know, as a running back, you don't have to take the punishment. You can give it.
That's right.
You know, just because you know you're going to get tackled, that doesn't mean you don't bowl your head and hit him as hard as you can as the running back.
1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, going to throw, and it's going to be caught by Glover. And he'll break out of a tackle, spins out of another one before being brought down at the 16-yard line.
Wow. Kanab's a little bit determined today, I think.
21-yard gain on the pass. 4 catches for 42 yards now for Latimer Glover. He was just pirouetting down the field. He was hoping one more pirouette would break him free.
One more might have got him free.
1st and 10 to the 16 after another Lumber Plus first down. Wing to the right, receiver wide left. That's Brown in single coverage. They're going to give on the counter play. Up the middle comes Blomquist down inside the 5 to the end zone. No, they're going to say he got stopped just short at the 1-foot line.
A nice inside reverse. So they give off to the running back, and he comes on the inside reverse out of the wing, and so it's a double handoff, and he gets that backside gap and just goes straight up that gap.
And when we say the 1-foot line, it is,
oh, yeah.
I mean, the nose of the football is almost on the goal line.
No, has Kanab got a tush push here?
Yeah, I'm sure they've got something.
Yeah, they've got so many other plays.
This is where you just wish the center could just fall forward, right?
Yeah, that used to be.
Verosco gives on the dive, and Blomquist carries it in. They let Blomquist finish it.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, that's good.
With a 1-inch touchdown run. It goes a yard in the books, but
yeah. Well, he deserved that. If that last run, he deserved that coming up that short. But
so Blomquist with his first touchdown run. That makes it now 36-6, a 30-point Cowboy lead. 2:14 to go here in the first half.
Wow.
Ray Capson on for the extra point. Snap is good, the hold is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 2:14 to go in the first half on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Kanab 37, North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Ebenezer, you have yet a chance to escape my fate.
Am I destined to end up in chains like you, Jacob?
Worse. Without triple rewards, but you can still change your destiny with a Mountain America Rewards credit card.
With a Mountain America Rewards credit card, earn 3 times the points on every dollar spent until the stroke of midnight on December 31st.
Triple rewards are better than I thought.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Well, another Cowboys visit to the Glaziers Family Market end zone. By the way, throughout today's game, we're looking for a Kanab Drug Player of the Game, featuring a convenient drive-through service, modern pharmacy, and soda fountain with ice cream treats since 1916. Kanab Drug, and right now we might have to give it to 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah,
that front line.
Yeah, the front line's doing a bang-up job, I'll tell you. Oh,
dropped on the kick return. They pick it up, cross the 25 to the 30, and Rouser with a solid return out near the 35-yard line for the Braves.
Great recovery there by Rouser as he dropped that ball, but still made a huge return out of it, some 20 yards. So good job by him.
So with 2:07 to go in the first half.
Makes it tough. There's enough wind, though, kicking that direction. I think both sides know that they have known that they couldn't, so they're trying to kick the ball with a low trajectory, get a bit of a bounce or a run out of it. So,
and the line drive style. 34-yard line is where Richens will have it for North Summit under center. Takes the snap, gives on the dive, and nowhere to go for Wolstenholme. He'll get across the 35 to the 36 for a 2-yard gain. 7 carries for 24 yards now for Knox Wolstenholme. Makes it 2nd and 8.
They're making a good read on that dive. It's the secondary blocking that is not getting finished for them as they're making a good read, but then they're allowing the linebackers. They're not cleaning up the linebackers on that dive.
Handoff on the left side and powering forward close to the 40 will be a Rouser. He's going to be a gain of about 3 to the 39.
Again, somewhat the same again. They're getting a good block at the point of attack. It's the secondary blocks.
So 3rd and about 4.5 here for the Braves, and they'll go empty backfield. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. 1:08 to go in this first half. Richens takes the snap, drops the pass, heavy pressure up the middle, rolls to his left. Looking, and a tuck in and run himself, trying to find first down yardage, and Colton Blomquist forced him out of bounds, short of the line to gain at the 42-yard line, a gain of 3.
Normally when you go empty backfield, you worry because you got no running backs back there. But in this case, Crew Richens is their best running back by numbers, and so you still got a good running back in the backfield. Now it looks like feel like they're being forced into going for it here on 4th down and short, rather than to punt the ball away with under a minute left.
Richens takes the snap, fakes that pass to the right side, hitting the backfield, spins out of it, hit again, able to avoid it, flag flies, and I think a face mask, and that's likely going to give the Braves a first down.
Yeah, but there again, you look at Crew Richens, he doesn't go down easy. He's not huge, but he doesn't go down easy. He fought out of the grasp of 2 or 3 bigger players. Finally, one of them hit the face mask, which will give him the first down. But Crew Richens is just tough to bring down. And we saw that in the Millard games twice. Looked like he was all bottled up, and then he'd pop out of there for a big run. So, tremendous young athlete.
Trying to decide if it's the 5 or 15-yard variety. Either way, it's going to be a first down. It is going to be the 15-yard variety. So 15 yards ahead, they'll move it.
Well, maybe it wasn't him spinning around, then he got hit by the face mask and spun him around.
Yeah, could be.
Hey.
They'll take it down to the 43-yard line. And they were getting ready to go, and the white hat had to say, hey, wait a minute, you got to wait for me. We had that yesterday, actually, where the play was already going, and the officials had to blow it, and they'd already ran 10 yards downfield. First and 10 to the Kanab 43-yard line for the Braves. Richens, empty backfield, trips right, 2 receivers left, drops the pass. Quick out route for Wolsten, who makes the catch, takes a shot from Cartwright down to the 38-yard line, and Wolstenholme is slow to get up as he took a hit. Cartwright, who delivered the hit, he's coming out too.
Yeah, Cartwright's coming off too as he's shaking his head and grabbing his ribs. But that was a blow right in the midsection. And both of them paid the price for that one.
Yes, 5-yard gain.
Is this the same young man they were checking before for the rib cage? 23 Wolstenholme? No, it wasn't Wolstenholme, was it?
No.
The previously that they had were checking the lower rib cage area.
37 seconds to go here in this first half. 37-6, Kanab with the lead over North Summit.
But he hung on.
He hung on. Give you another Houston's Trails End Restaurant score update. Stop in for delicious Western entrees and chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy. For takeout or catering, call 1-800-599-2488. I've been working on Mickey, trying to see if he'll share that country gravy recipe with me, but he told me it's a 2-year apprenticeship to learn that gravy.
And then a lifetime ban if you open your mouth about it.
So I've got to move to Kanab and work at Houston's for 2 years to learn it.
I don't think they'd let you because the ad says they wear, smiles on their lips and guns on their hips?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let you pack.
Well, that's the waitresses.
Yeah, that's what you.
I'd be cooking.
Oh, you're the one to be
I got to learn the recipe.
You got to start as a waitress first, though.
I appreciate Mickey Houston at Houston's Trails End Restaurant earlier today in that score update. San Juan, the 51-27 win over Summit Academy. Coming up next will be the next 2A semifinals, South Sevier, South Summit, and the other 1A semifinal at 7 o'clock tonight, Beaver and Duchesne. Richens takes the snap, empty backfield again, drops the pass, has to step up straight ahead, tucks it to run himself, inside the 35, makes a man miss, and he'll get down to the 29-yard line for a Lumber Plus first down run.
Gets caved in by Kanab, Levi Stewart, and then he reaches down and helps Stewart up.
Yeah. Timeout will be called by Coach Holmes. A Honey's Marketplace timeout, groceries and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. Let's keep it right here. And we were in a situation just 35 seconds of game time ago, Dennis, where had there not been a face mask to get the first down, Kanab potentially had time to go score again and start the second half with a running clock. Now North Summit's trying to find a way to put it in the end zone here in the final 20 seconds, and they'll get the ball to start the second half to try to make this a game again.
Yeah, and that would be huge, wouldn't it, for North Summit to stick this thing in the end zone right now and then get that ball back. And right now, again, you look at the brilliance of Richens. They're going empty backfield. They're going 3 and 2 on their receiver sets, and the Kanab line is doing a good job of getting penetration. Then he just takes off, and there's nobody waiting for him. So you got the best of both worlds. You got max pass opportunity, and you got the best running back on your team with the ball in his hands.
They're going to put 23 seconds on the clock, so they're going to add a little bit of time there. Richens in the gun. The receiver stacked tight to each side. Drops the pass. Going to throw for Rouser out of the backfield, and the ball's batted out of the air. Latimer Glover from his defensive end position knocks it down.
And that is a drawback thrown out of the pocket because Richens is not real big.
Right.
So seeing over the top of those big linemen for Kanab, they're all better than 6 foot tall, and get their hands up. You got a difficult thing throwing over them.
Even had that not gotten batted down, Rouser might have been in trouble.
Yeah.
Kanab was pursuing well. Richens drops the pass again. Going to throw underneath. That one's going to be caught. Won't get out of bounds. Kel Crittenden makes the catch. And it's going to be a short gain to the 27. And Coach Holmes will use his second timeout with 9 seconds left. I think he's going to ask for some more time to be added.
I think he should get some back, too. He was asking for timeout several seconds before the official finally saw him.
It's just a 2-yard gain on that pass. And that's the first pass that hasn't gone to Wolstenholme.
They're not giving him enough time to throw the deep one. He's getting receivers back in one-on-ones and even some distance between them and the defenders, but he didn't have time to throw it.
Yeah.
Just does not have time.
Crittenden made the catch. Colton Blomquist with a great tackle defensively and kept him in bounds. That was the key piece there. Honey's Marketplace timeout again here in Cedar City. Honey's Marketplace in Kanab.
See, he showed what he can do in the game last week against Millard. 31-yard pass. He's got the arm for it. He drops a dime in the back of the end zone, but Millard's rushing 3. There's no pressure on him. He has time to sit there, survey the field, and then drops a dime in the corner of the end zone to a receiver, and they win the ball game. So he can do it, but Kanab's not giving him the time.
3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throw to the outside. That one's going to be off the hands of Crittenden. Couldn't quite reel it in. Incomplete.
He would have been dropped about the 12-yard line, so it would have been the last play of the half anyway. I don't know that.
See what Coach Holmes can dial up to throw one to the end zone here. 4th down, 5 seconds left.
Well, Millard had him in this situation.
And they found a way.
They found a way. That's the dime I'm talking about in the back of the end zone. But I don't think Kanab will give him that much time.
They dropped 4 deep in that prevent defense. Heavy pressure. Richens just has to throw it to get rid of it, and it'll be incomplete as Grant Wallen couldn't quite run it down. So that will be how the first half. Got a penalty on the play?
He looks like, okay, he's given the sign for halftime.
Okay, that will be how the first half comes to an end then, as the Kanab Cowboys have a dominant lead here in half number 1. 37-6, Kanab leads North Summit on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. We've got your Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. Welcome back here to Southern Utah University at Eccles Coliseum. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show, supporting local programs and academic and athletic achievements. Building relationships and working passionately is a winning combination with Jones and DeMille Engineering. In this 1A semifinal game, Kanab has the lead over North Summit 37-6 on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, providing care for the community with a 15-bed skilled nursing facility, offering an astounding view while delivering the comforts of home. Healing happens here at Kane County Hospital. And Dennis, as we get ready for this second half now, what keys do you see for these two teams coming into the second half with Kanab a commanding 37-6 lead?
Kanab is. I won't give any keys for them. They're doing what they do, and they're over dominating. I think for North Summit, they've got to be more conscious on down, and I shouldn't say conscious. That makes it sound like they don't know what they're doing. How to phrase this? They've got to put some things together with some drives, using the run and the pass, but they've got to do it quickly, but yet not get into a sequence that's so bad that they have turnovers and things like that, which will make Kanab's situation even better. So they've got to be controlled, but they've got to be quick. And, the passing and the running, Crew Richens getting loose, making some good throws. And I think starting up front is kind of the key, because Richens can make those throws, but he's not getting the time. And he's not maybe strong enough on the run to make the big throw. And so he needs to be able to sit back there and deliver the ball. The line has to give him a little bit more time in the pocket, But one of their strengths is when he gets flushed, he can run really well.
Yeah.
So
there's your Kane School District keys in the second half, providing students excellent instruction and empowering immeasurable opportunity. Kane County School District, every student, every day. Rigor, relationships, relevance. That's the Kane County School District. And again, throughout today's game, we're looking for that Kanab Drug player of the game. Kanab Drug, the soda fountain, has paninis, wraps, personal pan, pizzas, and smoothies at Kanab Drug in Kanab. And the two teams make their way out. North Summit slowly making their way out onto the field. They already bumped the clock back up to the 3-minute mark, so they haven't gone to do much warm-up yet, but they have already bumped the clock up to where that 3 minutes and started it. And so they'll have to get moving quickly to get their warm-ups done. And that's the hard part sometimes of these games, is you have to empty the locker room at halftime too.
Yeah. And they're not too worried about the warm-ups. They just have to give them the 3 minutes for their choice to make that warm-up.
Yeah.
I'm just watching a young man come out on crutches. I'm assuming that's Kip Richens. I did not know the extent of any injury, if that's him, on crutches and a heavy brace on that knee. So wish the best to him. He was an integral part both offensively and defensively for North Summit, and I know they should certainly miss him.
Yeah, certainly they do. And then again, our Houston Trails Inn restaurant score update. Stop in for delicious Western entrees and chicken fried steak, Bob's homemade country gravy. For takeout or catering, call 1-800-599-2488.
And people, get your reservations down at Kanab, because you're going to see Robert Lovell down there as a waitress and then a cook. So he can get that recipe.
That's right. Let Mickey know. Gotta hire me. So, we'll look forward to that in the near future, maybe.
Yeah.
The distant future. And so there's a look at that. Our first game of the day, San Juan beat Summit Academy 51-27, and it was not as close as the score. Dominant performance by San Juan. And then our next game will be the other 2A semifinal, South Sevier, South Summit in the 2-3 matchup. That's a highly anticipated game, and same with the last one tonight, the other 1A semifinal, the 2-3 matchup between Beaver and Duchesne.
Should be really, really good games, both of those. Really should, yeah.
So we'll look forward to those games coming up here later on at Southern Utah University. This has been the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show, and supporting our youth in their efforts to develop new talents and passions, paving the way to success. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. We'll take a short break and come back with the second half kickoff next from the Eccles Coliseum on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Kanab 37, North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
We are all part of a team. Whether you are the quiet hero or the newest recruit, the steady anchor or the moral support, your team needs you. At Intermountain Health, Fillmore Community Hospital, we want to be part of your team. Partner with us on your health and continue to be a game changer for your teammates.
Let's head back to the field for high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
Back and ready for second half action here between Kanab and North Summit. Cowboys will be kicking left to right, and North Summit returning right to left across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen. Here to begin half number 2. Good kick from Capson, and that one will go into the end zone, so North Summit will start on their own 20-yard line. And you can get a look at the flag in the north end zone. It's moving pretty good out of the north, which is a cold wind if it's coming out of the north too. Yeah. So it's definitely having an impact when teams are kicking the opposite direction in this game.
And we mentioned that going into the wind, they were trying to kick low-line drives, but with the wind at his back, he caught that one up in the air and let it run.
So first and 10 at their own 20-yard line for the Braves. Crew Richens breaks the huddle. Going to go with 3 receivers to the right, 1 wide left. That's Critton into the left. Crew Richens in the gun. High snap, able to catch it, comes down with it, just going to keep it himself. And Glover wraps him up and brings him down with an open field tackle. They'll give him the forward progress to the 17.
Don't know if that was a design carry or he did it ad lib because of the bad snap. Looked like it was a design carry as they were up in blocking. Even the running back went up into block. But good defense there by Kanab. And again, Kanab had the luxury. They got the 4 linemen, but then they ran a backer up in their last second to take up the gap that I think they were going to try and run in.
Second down and 13. Richens drops the pass. Heavy pressure off both edges. Throws out in front of Wolstenhume, incomplete. Good to see Wolstenhume back after leaving the game, getting hit in the ribs.
Yeah. But again, the pressure of Kanab, Richens didn't have anywhere to run. He just jumps and throws the ball in the general direction of his receiver. But now he's in a third down and long. This is the worst case scenario because if they have to go a 3 and out here, they're kicking into the wind, and their punting hasn't been tremendous at this point.
Yeah. Third down and 13. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Richens takes a snap. Going to throw a quick wide receiver screen out to Wolstenhume. Had blockers, but Kanab covers it well. Going to be a gain of about 5 is all. 4th and long for the Braves.
And I guess you could go for it. The metrics determine that, but really, I mean, it's going to be bad enough giving the ball to Kanab at the 50. You don't want to give it to him at the 20. So we'll see what happens here. They do run their kicking team out there. Of course, that's you're supposed to call that, not me.
No, you're good. Bodie Pace out to kick it away. Grady Anderson and Ozzie Williams both drop back to receive. And bobbles it. Flag flies on the play, tries to throw it, and it's going to be either intercepted or knocked down. It'll be incomplete.
But they caught Kanab in a line change here. They had a defender coming off, and he stopped out there about the hashes because he didn't know if he was supposed to be coming off or not. The coaches started screaming at him to get off. He did not get off in time.
So that will move it forward 5 yards, and now you're looking at 4th and 2. And so now that's the question for Coach Holmes, but it looks like Pace is staying out there to kick it away.
I still think you have to kick it. You just can't give Kanab the ball right here. And they've been so good defensively.
So Pace back to kick it away. Anderson, the lone player, now dropping back deep to receive.
I think he's a little deep with that wind.
Short kick. It'll bounce at the 49-yard line. Anderson bobbles it and able to pick it up off the bounce. Took a hit, stays on his feet, runs backwards to the 35, and will be brought down there.
He's losing ground. Every time he cuts, he lost a little bit of yardage. So really, it turns out to be a great effective kick there by the kicker. I was thinking he was going to be a great field position for Kanab, and it is still at the 35, but I expected them to be somewhere near midfield with the way the kicking game has been going. So,
yeah, good kick from Pace.
Effective kick. Good job.
So Kanab will have it on their own 35-yard line, leading 37-6. You may think, how'd they get to 37? Well, their first 2 touchdowns, they went ahead and went for 2 and got it both times. Then their next 3, they said, yeah, we'll just take the 1.
Yeah.
Receiver wide right, wing to the left, tight left. Takes the snap, does Verosco. Rolling to his right, heavy pressure coming, throws it underneath, and Williams makes the catch, but out of bounds. Good job by Crew Richens closing to make sure Williams couldn't bring it down in bounds.
And a good ball. He throws a good ball out there. But as he goes back to his lineman, he's pointing at that defensive lineman, kind of asking his lineman, who was he?
Yeah,
who was supposed to block him? So good arm, though. Even on the run, he makes a nice throw.
2nd down and 10 from the 35. Kyle Brown will split wide left.
Crew Richens goes out to cover him.
They're going to have Swap go out there. 2 receivers left, wing to the right. Shotgun formation. Verosco takes the snap, gives the handoff up the middle, and
Gubler
will carry it out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Gain of 6. 161 yards.
For Gubler?
On 8 carries.
Well, a 92-yarder helps that average, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I'd always wished I had the kind of speed that I could have run it for 92 yards, but I'd have had to stop at the 50 and take a break.
3rd down and 4 for the Cowboys. Wing to the left, receiver wide right. Verosco under center, takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass, throws underneath to Williams, makes the catch across midfield or right at the 50-yard line is where he goes out of bounds for a Lumber Plus 1st down.
Just chipping away. You'd expect him to go on the ground there, but they go ahead and roll that thing out. And I'm sure he had the option to run it if it wasn't there.
Yeah.
But makes a nice throw, sidearm throw.
So Lumber Plus 1st down to the 50-yard line. Anderson splits wide left now for the Cowboys. Verosco under center, wing to the right. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, drops the pass, heavy pressure coming. There's the screen. He has Swap open, and Swap will be tracked down from behind by Trayson Judd, who brought him down after a short gain.
And Judd with a saving tackle there. That looked like that was going to go forever. He had to catch him from behind. But good pressure put on defensively. He just came from behind. The blocking lineman in that screen got too far downfield, and they forgot to catch the guy coming from the inside. Nice play.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Cowboys. At the North Summit 47-yard line, Kanab's going to go trips right. As they bring out, I think, all 3 receivers that they rotate in normally. They'll have Anderson, Williams, and Brown all out there to the right. Verosco takes the snap, drops the pass, steps up in the pocket, going to throw deep downfield, looking for Anderson, and just a little bit too far in front, couldn't hold it in, incomplete.
And he had plenty of room to run if he had wanted to. But again, a nice ball, but that's the case where the wind probably aided that and pushed it just a little bit farther than he anticipated.
And even still, just out over the outstretched fingertips.
It's interesting that they've come out and thrown as much as they have to start this 3rd quarter.
3rd and 7. Receiver to the left is Williams. Wing to the right. Verosco under center. Sends Blomquist in motion. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls the pass. Looking back across the middle. Throws. Has Glover wide open. That's caught inside the 25. Spins to the 15. Makes a man miss the 10. 5. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Latimer Glover, 2nd of the game.
Great run after the catch there, but he was open early. And he delayed the throw just a little bit long enough that allowed the defender to get back on him, but boy, was he open.
A 47-yard scoring strike from Verosco to Glover.
Look at the nice moves he makes, though, outside, then inside, then back outside, and then just hustle to the end zone.
Well, this is the first of 3 games in a row that we're going to see a lot of the wing offense. And Capson's kick off the right upright. No good. So on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, Kanab 43, North Summit 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Bose Auto Parts is a locally owned company, and their mission is to be the leading parts provider by serving their customers, team members, and communities through hard work, integrity, and striving for excellence. Bose Auto Parts has 5 key locations across Utah: St. George, Cedar City, Beaver, Mount Pleasant, and Saratoga Springs. Bose delivers to wherever you are and community you might be in. Between their stores, they have won 16 Platinum Awards, 4 Best of Iron County, 3 Best of Southern Utah, 2 Best Places to Work. That's Bose Auto Parts.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Eccles Coliseum. The running clock will start on this ensuing kickoff after another visit to the Glaziers Family Market end zone for Kanab. They lead it now 43-6, giving them the 37-point advantage, and therefore the mercy rule comes into effect. There's the running clock for you. Capson with the wind blew the ball off the tee, so he hit the upright, and we didn't say anything about it, but the snap was rolling on the ground, so it messed his timing up on that extra point attempt.
Still no excuse.
No excuse for the kicker. Kickers don't get excuses.
Soccer players should be able to kick it off the carpet.
Kanab doesn't have a soccer team.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
Capson with his running approach. Line drive kick taken at the 7-yard line across the 15 to the 20, 25, and has some room out across the 30 to the 31-yard line is where he'll go down. Nice return for Jaden Rouser.
Getting good field position to start with, 30-yard line, and 30 plus, 31 looks like. So no more 3 and outs.
No. Especially with the running clock.
Yeah.
The 31 is where they will start it. Receiver wide left. Richens will be under center. 2 backs in the backfield. Double tight set. Takes the snap. Gives the handoff on that dive to the right side. And out to the 34-yard line for a gain of 3 goes Wolstenhume.
And I shouldn't be critical. For someone who thinks he knows a little bit about the option offense, even though he gives the ball, I don't know if it's a pre-call or what, but he needs to carry out that fake. He's handing the ball and they're just kind of standing there and watching. Carry out that fake and see how the rest of the team defends it and whether or not you can run the other options.
Richens on another dive to Rouser. Just got tripped up. He had daylight in front of him, and a shoestring tackle by Kanab stops a potential first down run. 5-yard gain, though, for Rouser.
That must be a pre-call. Looking at the blocking, I would assume that's a pre-call, not just an option read.
3rd down and 2. Handoff on the dive again, and he's going to get enough for a first down, does Rouser to the 42-yard line. Needed 2, got 3.
And that used to be our old axiom, is if you can get, a first down in 3 runs, keep at it. Unfortunately, you don't want to be down by 37 points. But maybe now we're working on the future.
Yeah. Because it's another young group here for North Summit.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be a force to be reckoned with next year for sure.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Richens under center. 2 receiver wide right. 2 backs in the backfield again. Double tight set. Takes the snap. Running the option here does Richens. Pitches it out. Rouser nowhere to go. And, they run it. You've called it how tight they are, but they're running it tight to the short side of the field. And makes it even tougher.
But again, if I can show on the telestrator here, wider angle. See, he strings it out too far. He's got to attack in here because he strings this out and he allows Kanab to string him out so that the pitch is taking place right there. And that's just too far, too flat. There's got to be some penetration by that quarterback to bring things to him and to give that running back a chance on that outside. But just too flat, too strung out.
2nd down and 13 now for the Braves. Richens under center. Takes the snap. Drops the pass, pressure coming, steps up, has to move to his left, able to avoid a tackle, and makes a man miss to the 45, makes another one miss before Kenan Verosco brings him down to the 48-yard line.
And then he pays the price finally. Ooh, but he's a tough kid, but that hurt.
They're going to mark it down at the 49, it looks like, for a 10-yard run.
It's hard, too, for him, again, not really tall, but when he's fighting for his life there, he doesn't have time to look at these receivers.
Right.
He's looking for a place to run. And Millard had a lot of that this year, again, with the Stevens kids, same thing. Running for his life at times,
3rd and 3, quick screen pass out to Wolstenholme. Has the first down and more as he got a good block across midfield.
Well done, well done. Yeah.
Down to the 42-yard line for a gain of 9. Lumber Plus first down. Do you think they prefer to pass to Wolstenholme?
Yeah.
7 of the 8 catches have gone to Wolstenholme. Hand off left side. Rouser spins out of nearly a tackle, but they held onto his ankle and bring him down to the 39.
And they're getting great success out of that fullback drive. And again, I'm not sure if that's a full read or a pre-call. I'm not sure. The blocking sometimes would indicate full read.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me.
Pre-call.
Pre-call.
2nd down and 7 now for the Braves. Down to 4:45 to go in this 3rd quarter. 43-6, Kanab with the lead.
And them kind of taking their time would make me believe we're working on some base things for our future.
There you go. There's what you wanted, Dennis.
Attack down. Yeah.
A nice option run, and this time Richens cuts upfield to get down into the 35 to the 34 for a 5-yard gain.
See, I was afraid he was going to keep going right to that sideline, but you got to attack down and bring that in. See, that guy that's supposed to contain you, he's now used to you going to the sideline, and he's trying to string you out, and you cut down inside of him. Bring it down.
3rd and 2. Richens under center.
Good job.
Gives on the dive.
Oh, wow.
Rouser is going to be pulled back. He only got 1, needed 2, got 1. So 4th and a yard now from the 33. Kanab filled that hole really well. Coming in off the side was Kyan Lyman, and they couldn't see who came and hit him straight up.
70s. Was it 70s?
I think it was from the second level that came and filled that hole. Might have been Caleb Warner that made the play.
Sure taking their time here on plays.
15 seconds on the play clock. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Back to the right of Richens in the backfield. 4th and 1. Takes the snap. Quarterback keeper. Fake left. Bounces right. Tries to get to the edge. And did he do so? Yes, he did. A Lumber Plus first down run for Crew Richens.
Where's the official on that side? Oh, there he is.
He came running in.
He was inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Needed 1, got 2, did Richens to move the chains. 10 carries for 43 yards now for Richens. I believe Kyan Lyman, we've called him a few times on both sides of the ball, doing good things. I believe this is his first year playing football.
Really?
And a senior.
Wow.
Dropping back to pass. Richens throws. That's going to be caught out of the air and brought down to the 23-yard line. A nice catch for Grant Wallen.
Not Wolstenholme?
Not Wolstenholme.
I saw a 3.
They'll mark it to the 22 for a gain of 9.
Ooh, just about dropped that ball. Good hit there again for the defense.
2nd down and 1. 2:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 43-6. Cowboy lead. Trips right, 1 receiver left. Dropping back to pass is Richens. Gets hit, though, as he faked that pass, and there he goes. We just talked about him. Kyan Lyman with the sack.
And he just comes through totally untouched right there. The up back was supposed to block him and stepped away from him, and he went to the 2nd level, and it leave that big lineman wide open for that tackle. Again, they had a blocking back. He stepped right past the big defensive tackle.
Loss of 6. 3rd down and 7 now for the Braves. 2 receivers stacked to each side. Heavy pressure off both edges. Richens able to make Glover miss. Looking downfield, going to keep it himself. Gets to the 20, bounces left. Still on his feet to the 15, 10. And Verosco will wrap him up at the 8-yard line. But a Lumber Plus first down run from Crew Richens.
Look at that young man work. Isn't that something to see? Just go, go, go. Fearless when he runs inside, too. He's not afraid of getting hit. But making people miss all over the place. What a great little run right there. Good job.
20-yard run. 1st and goal from the 8 for Richens. Hands off to Wolstenholme, and man, he ran into a wall.
Yeah, he got whacked.
Colton Blomquist in there on the tackle. Was it 99 that he hit?
No.
Nope, it was Blomquist and his own guy.
Well, number 7, yeah. Being blocked right into him, knocked him down.
They're going to give him a gain of 1 to the 7. So 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
It's a great drive by North Summit right here.
Richens pitches it out for Wolstenholme, wrapped up in the backfield, spun around and dropped.
Number 99?
Yeah, I don't have a 99.
Well, anyway, he made a nice play.
Yes, he did. Spun him around back at the 9-yard line. Well, my scorebook only allows teams to have 15 plays, so that's the end of the drive.
Okay, you tell them that.
3rd and goal from the 9. Richens drops back to pass. Throw across the middle. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Cale Crittenden into the end zone for the Braves.
Good job. They run trips out there, and the 2 receivers go to the outside. They bring the outside receiver in on the slant. It leaves him open for the touchdown. Nice play, well executed.
9-yard touchdown pass to Crittenden from Richens. And they will bring out Bodie Pace for the extra point attempt. With 16 seconds to go in the quarter, clock continues to wind down. Snap is good, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, it is Kanab 43, North Summit 13 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Brady Nielsen, owner of Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta. We believe buying a car should be simple and honest, with no pressure, no gimmicks, and no surprises. We keep our fees low, and with the lowest sales tax rate in Utah, your dollar goes further. We've got a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, with a team that strives for world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come see why people visit us to buy their new vehicle. Experience a better way at Drew Bay Chevrolet.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So the North Summit Braves, they make a trip to the Glaziers Family Market end zone on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Crew Richens to Cale Crittenden. Glaziers Family Market, Kane County's full-service grocer. That's Glaziers Family Market in Kanab. And they'll run some players out late onto the field, does Kanab. Grady Anderson back deep to receive. Hands team out there for the Cowboys. Pace with the approach. I don't know what to call that type of spiral on it as he picks up the 30-yard line out across the 35 to the 37. What would you call that?
Well, it's a perpendicular spiral because it's sitting on the T perpendicular, and when it takes off, it stays in that same.
It's like a top.
Yeah.
It spun like a top down through the air.
Yeah, I don't know how you accomplish that, but he did it.
So it'll be Cowboy football at their own 37-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. Excuse me. We're going to keep it right here after just barely taking a break, so we'll keep it here. As we go to this 4th quarter now, Dennis, looking for the Braves. Strong drive. Obviously, it's maybe too little too late at this point, but some things to build off of.
But again, this is a situation. Do you want to go guns a-blazing and try and get back into this by throwing big passes? Well, Kanab's not going to let you do that. So, okay, what's the alternative? Well, the alternative is to work on what we do for the future because you got a lot of young players out there, and you're going to possibly be back here next year. So, let's do what we do, and they proved right there they can move the ball in a controlled pattern. Had they been able to do that in the 1st quarter, this would be a totally different football game.
Yeah.
Because that kind of attack takes time off the clock, keeps the ball out of Kanab's hand, and ends up in a score. That's huge.
New quarterback, running backs for the Cowboys as they go with the sophomore crew. Grady Anderson at quarterback and Tavin Glazier, the running back, with the carry out across the 40 to the 41-yard line for a gain of 4.
So this is what we will see next year then?
Well, yes.
Oh.
I would think so.
Is Gubler and Verosco finally retiring?
They have to retire. Forced retirement. Glazier's the 7th ball carrier for the Cowboys.
Wow.
2nd down and about 6.5 here. They hand off to Kenan Verosco. Gets across the line of scrimmage to the 42 for a gain of a yard. His 2nd carry of the game.
Now, is Cannon Verosco, is he going to step back into the quarterback position when his brother leaves?
I believe it'll be Grady Anderson.
Grady Anderson?
Yeah.
Okay. The coaching staff there at Kanab has done a nice job over the last 8 or 10 years. It's been really good consistency.
3rd down and 5 now for the Cowboys. Anderson takes a snap, rolls to his right. Pressure coming, and he's just going to tuck it and run. He's got blockers in front, and he'll pick up a Lumber Plus first down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great play. He made the first down, but again, backside. And you know, it takes a lot. You have to really work with quarterbacks to see the backside, especially when you're rolling out. But, boy, he had backside receivers so wide open. And, again, you need to read that. The defensive secondary, even when you're rolling out, if you know your free safety and that's coming with you to that side, you got the backside is where the ball needs to go, and that's hard for a young quarterback.
2 receivers left, the wing to the right. Anderson, quick wide receiver screen pass. That's going to be caught and brought down quickly is Cooper Swindlehurst. Loss of yards to the 46.
Your completion percentage is good. However, your yards per catch suffers as a 2-yard loss there.
So 2nd down and 12 now for the Cowboys. Under 10 to go in this game. 43-13 your score. Kanab leads North Summit. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Anderson. Hand off to Glazier. Glazier follows the lead blocker. Gets across midfield down to the 46-yard line for a gain of 8.
I just see that so much out of this Kanab team. It's not just that they follow them; they will put their hands on the back and almost direct the blocker guy. Go get that guy, and just follow them so well.
We'll call that a gain of 9 as the ball's closer to the 45 than the 46. 3rd down and 3 for Kanab. Going to go the wing to the right. Send a man in motion. That's Verasco. Handoff goes the other way to Glazier. Cuts upfield. Has a first down and more inside the 35-yard line of the 33. Tavin Glazier.
So for the other teams, can this group graduate too?
12-yard run for Glazier. 3 carries for 25 yards now for the sophomore. And that's, I'm pretty sure that one's Coach Jaron Glazier's son. Cade Glazier, the assistant coach from the football team and athletic director, also has a son that age.
So those are almost Gubler-esque numbers right there.
Yeah. Wing to the right. Anderson, hands left side for Verasco, and he gets wrapped up in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Making the play defensively, Jack Wood for the Braves. Loss of 1. So 2nd down and 11 for the Cowboys. Swindlehurst will run the play call in from the sideline. He'll go wide right. Two receivers right and the wing to the right. Shotgun formation, handoff to Glazier, cuts upfield again, now bounces to the outside inside the 30-25, down near the 20-yard line, making the 21 for a Lumber Plus first down on a 13-yard gain.
That's good running there. The hole was designed inside, and he starts to bounce it in there, puts a foot in the ground, and just takes off to the outside, and gets behind a good blocking wide receiver to get that first down. I see some young men in the North Summit side there. They've been beaten up a little bit, and a couple of them grabbing sides and kind of trying to shake things off a little bit. But they've been valiant. The score does not look that way. But there's been no quitting these young North Summit kids in this ball game.
And Kanab's going to run out of time. They were trying to rotate some players, more players on, and they just ran out of time as the delay game penalty is thrown. 5th penalty on Kanab for 48 yards in this game. That'll take them back to the 26 and make it 1st and 15.
Just trying to stop the clock is all they're trying to do.
Williams wide left. Verasco comes out with him. The wing to the left is swap. Anderson takes a snap. Hand off to Glazier. Glazier cuts up again, and he'll be brought down. It looks like he got brought down by his own guy the way they came to the ground. But he'll go down to the 23-yard line for a gain of 3.
You got another Summit player down. The Kanab kids are trying to help him out, but number 66 hanging his shoulder and ask him to come out.
That's Jack Wood, a senior lineman for the Braves.
He's kind of holding that shoulder elbow left side.
They'll bring Jamin Bailey in to replace him on that D-line. 2nd down and 12. 2 receivers left along with the wing. Anderson hands to Glazier again. He gets wrapped up from behind.
Nice play.
And brought down for a loss on the tackle, Kason Richens.
Nice play there by Richens. Fighting off the block, fighting through the block, and grabbing him from the backside.
6 carries for 40 yards now for Glazier. Makes it 3rd down and 13 here for the Cowboys. Under 6 to go in this 1A semifinal. Kanab well on their way to playing for a state championship next Saturday in Harriman at 7 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. Verosco goes in motion. They're going to give the other way, and cutting upfield inside the 20-yard line and brought down at about the 18-yard line on the carry is Monty Johnson, a freshman for the Cowboys.
Wow. Is that your 8th ball carrier?
Yes, it is.
They're going to kick it?
Yeah, Ray Capson comes running on. He'll kick this one from 18 after a 6-yard run from Johnson.
He's got plenty of leg, but into that wind, we'll see what happens. That'd be a challenge for him.
Yeah. It'll be a 35-yard attempt for Ray Capson. And the ability of Kanab's kicking game over the last few years, with Capson the last couple of years and Griffin Bone, as this one's going to be blocked. Griffin Bone before that has been a benefit for this Cowboys team.
Yeah. Yeah, consistent kicking means a lot to you. You know, the extra points, kickoffs, and the occasional field goal. That can make a big difference to you. That one gets blocked, but again, you practice things in situations because somewhere down the road you might need it in the championship game.
Yeah.
Because the matchups with Duchesne and Beaver might be so close that a field goal could win it.
Yeah, very true. So the Braves will take over on their own 27-yard line with 4:55 to go in the game. The officials are meeting about something over the ball.
And all sorts of people are running on the field for Kanab, and then some are running back. It's like everybody wants in the ball game right now, and there's just not enough room for all of them at the same
I think
time.
they only have 10 out there right now, and as a result, Kanab's going to go ahead and use a timeout to try to make sure they know how many players they have on. And so Hayden Gubler, he's going to run out there.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. No, you're not. Get out of there.
Honey's Marketplace timeout called by Kanab. Groceries and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Kanab 43, North Summit 13, 4:51 to go in the game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Coming out of that Honey's Marketplace timeout, Kanab does have 11 defenders out there now. Crew Richens drops the pass, makes the completion, a little hook and ladder play, and staying on his feet after taking a hit and getting to the 45-yard line is Knox Wolstenhume for a Lumber Plus first down.
That was fun. Good job.
So who gets credit for the reception and the yards on that one? Dennis, how do you stat that?
Crew Richens. He threw it.
He threw it, so he gets the 19, but where does the reception go?
Well, one's a lateral, so you got to give some to one and some to the other.
First down at the 46-yard line. Fakes the handoff in the dive, keeps it himself on the option across midfield as he bounces to the outside and will be brought down near the 40-yard line or at the 40-yard line as Crew Richens.
Now the next adaptation they need to do then, now when he makes that cut inside, is that running back don't quit. Stay up with him.
Yeah.
Run with him because you still have a chance to pitch it downfield. Right there. Where's the running back? Stay with him. But Crew Richens, he could be the quintessential option quarterback the way he runs.
First and 10 at the 39. Richens throws the out route. That one's going to be caught and brought down at the 29-yard line for a first down on the pass to Wallen.
Another rib tickler tackle. Another in the middle, in midsection. and not dirty hits. They're just backs coming up, and you can't hit them high anymore, so you got to hit them down at the midsection, and they're being very physical, and those hurt. Not that I've ever had one, but those hurt.
So 1st and 10 at the Kanab 29-yard line. Clock winding down towards 3.5 minutes left in this game, with Kanab leading 43-13 over North Summit.
He's over on the sideline down, but sometimes it's just got your breath knocked out, and you just need a second.
Richens drops the pass. Had trips right, throws to the outside, looking for Crittenden. Did he make the catch? No, incomplete as it skips off the turf.
Nice effort.
I think he thought it was going to the guy underneath him, and then made a late decision to go try to catch it.
That almost had a sideways rotation, too.
So 2nd down and 10. Trips right, one receiver left. Richens takes a snap. Quick pass on the screen to Wolstenholme. Got a good block inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line for Knox Wolstenholme, and a Lumber Plus 1st down. Puts Wolstenholme over 100 receiving yards in the game. 1st and 10. Richens in the gun, trips left, one receiver right, Rouser to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to his left, rolling now to his left. Tries to make a man miss, and another one will bring him down in the process. So 2 Cowboys come in on top of Richens, and 99 for Kanab comes up, kind of grabbing his hand a little.
Yeah, he tried to give the hip and then dance out of it, but they just had him corralled too much for that to take place.
Loss of 5 on the carry. So 2nd and 15 from the 20-yard line. Trying to punch one more in the end zone here. Richens takes the snap, drops the pass, going to throw across the middle, off the hands of the intended receiver. That was Kason Richens, incomplete.
Hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was quite ready for it to come. Kind of turned late on it. So 3rd and 15. Trips right. One receiver left. Shotgun formation for Richens. Takes the snap. Drops the pass. Has plenty of time. Throws across the middle. That one's caught by Kason Richens. Inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line for a Lumber Plus 1st down.
Another nice drive. Obviously, there's some substitutes for Kanab, but still, the North Summit keeps plucking away at it.
So 1st and goal from the 2 now for the Braves. So we are under a minute and a half to go in this game. Richens looking to the sideline, goes under center. Double tight set. They're missing a player, then run him on late. That's why he was looking at the sideline. Takes the snap. Give on the dive, and into the end zone. There goes Jaden Rouser for the touchdown.
Good job. Just that straight-ahead drive out of that up back, or the fullback, technically the fullback, the lead back, straight up the field. Nice blocking inside.
So the touchdown makes it a 43-19 game, 1:04 left, and they will run the 2-point conversion here. Not they're going to run a 1 point, but Bodie Pace, on for the extra point attempt. Snap is good, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is wide right. No good for Pace. So with 54 seconds to go in the game on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, Kanab 43, North Summit 19 in this 1A semifinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
CF Moto is just the latest addition to the Jorgensen's Power Sports lineup. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side or a quad, CF Moto has what you need and at ultra-competitive prices. So stop by today and see what all the hype is about. Located at 980 South Coveview Road in beautiful Richfield, Utah, or find them online at jhsport.com. And as always, you can text or call Jorgensen's Power Sports at 435-896-6408.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And we're back here at the Eccles Coliseum on the campus of Southern Utah University as the Braves get back in the Glazers Family Market end zone. King County's full-service grocer, Glazers Family Market in Kanab. Here's the ensuing kickoff from Pace. And that's going to bounce at the 10-yard line and will roll into the end zone. So Kanab will bring it out and had Dylan Stubbs, the freshman, back to receive that one, and they kicked it away from him. So they'll have it at the 20-yard line, will Kanab. And they will need to take, I believe, one knee to end the game. I would assume that's what we'll see them do, but you never know.
Maybe they'll go for the Hail Mary.
Maybe. They're trying to make sure they have just enough personnel out there right now.
Yeah.
They're going to run, I believe it might be Nolan Baird out there at quarterback now, the freshman.
Another Baird?
Another Baird.
It's a good thing. The older brothers at least have been really good athletes.
Yes.
For Kanab.
So it will be Baird at quarterback under center. Takes the snap and the knee.
He said, Coach, let me throw it.
So that will do it. The Cowboys will get the win and punch their ticket to the 1A state championship game next Saturday at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman as they get the 43-19 win over the North Summit Braves here in the 1A semifinal. We'll take a break and come back with our Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centracom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.